guys, what's going on? I am George and this is You Wanna Watch. Welcome back to the shop and welcome back to another episode. Today we got us another piece of lawn equipment that was dropped off by a coworker. It will not run. I say we troubleshoot it, diagnose it, get it back out there trimming some grass. Let's get right into it. Let's go. Alrighty guys, well, you ready to jump into this one? I know I am. Again, we have another Craftsman that just will not run. I emptied the fuel out of it. There's absolutely none in there now. I looked at the lines. They seem to be intact, no cracks. I looked at the primer ball. That seems to be still soft and pliable. I don't think it's a fuel issue. I really don't. I don't know. So I say we jump right into this. I want to pop this plug. See if we can't get a good look at it here. Oh my God. Why is that so tight? Am I going the right way? That should not be that tight. I can't break that loose. You know it's bad when you gotta put a breaker bar on there. The plug is not that fouled out. There is a gap. I will throw this on my fine wire wheel, get this cleaned up a little bit and get it back in there. I don't think it's spark either. I'm not quite sure what's going on with this. It might even be the on-off button. Or it could just be the carb. These are notorious for just crapping out. So, let's get a look at this thing. Oh, well, at least this one's got a breather. It's not sitting in the right spot, but oily. Look at that. All on the outside. Doesn't smell bad, it just smells like oil. Alright, well, I think I'm going to throw the spark plug on the wire wheel real quick. Then I'm contemplating whether or not I'm going to pop that off there. You know what, let's just do it. That wasn't even tight. That was super loose. That was loose too. It might have been sucking air, guys. That probably was the case right there. Rubber gasket still in place. I kind of think that's what the issue was, to be honest with you. I'm not sure if I should... Yeah, it's all wet on the back side. Shoot. Well, do I clean this out anyway? I think because I have it off, what I'll do, I'll spray some gum cutter in there. Spray this carb out a little bit. I want to keep the gum cutter away from this gasket right here because that will swell and you will never seat again. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Let me grab some gum cutter. Excuse me. right in my eyeballs. We're going to let that dry off just a little bit. And we're going to get these screws back in here and actually tighten them down. I think the whole thing to this was literally, it just wasn't tight. I don't want to put the whammo on it, but I do want it tight. Okay. Let me go throw this on the wire wheel and we'll be right back. Alrighty. Let me show you before I put it back in there. She's all clean. Got the little bit of carbon that was on there off. So these little tiny spark plugs, man. You can never tell if you're cross-threading them or not. There we go. Good. Not tight enough to where you need a breaker bar to get it off there, but it's definitely tight. I don't know if that went on there right. That could have been an issue too. Nah, that went on. Yeah, that's on. We're going to put our breather back on there. We're going to give her some gas. I got to run over to my other shop real quick. And it doesn't smell bad, but there is something down in there. Looks like a piece of plastic. What the? Are you kidding me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 seeds and a piece of plastic. Anything else now? 7 seeds. Well, that could have screwed up the flow through the little filter, the inline filter. Bunch of these little seeds and a chunk of plastic. I'm gonna save these and I'm gonna bring them to the guy at work that gave me his weed eater to try and figure out what the hell was going on with it. Alright, let me go next door. I'll grab some fuel and we'll jump right back into this. Alrighty. Some fuel in this. Woo! Almost spilled it everywhere. It would have been a catastrophe. Set it back on its bottom there. Got a little bit of dribblage. A little bit of dribblage from the cat. Take it outside real quick, see if we can't get her fired up. I forgot to hook the throttle cable back up. What a dipshit. I think I flooded it out. Let me let it sit a little while. We'll try it again. So I was looking at this little piece of plastic that I found in the gas tank. I believe this is the return. It's either a return or it's a vent. And I do see just a solid I don't want to say solid. I just see a tube sitting there. It's cut on an angle. The pickup is in there. I don't know if this actually goes on there though. So what I think I might do try and get a pair of needle nose pliers and get this thing jammed up on that vent. Because I do believe that that needs to be in there. Shit, just squirted gasoline in my eyes. So let's read this. It says press 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I feel moisture. Where's that coming from? It's this fuel line. I knew it was. Look at that. It's literally pissing right out of there. Can you guys see that? Relieve the pressure on there. Alright. We know what we got to do. We got to get these fuel lines changed. Damn it. Alright. Give me a minute to recoup. I'm gonna go to my other shop and go and grab some fuel line. I will be right back. Alrighty. Well, let's get the air intake off this. We're gonna replace these lines right here. This one, see that? I just touch it and it's pissing. You guys see that? So we're gonna get this off here. I'm gonna pull this one out of the tank. Oof. Shit. That little nipple that I just put on there, I just dropped it back down in there. Oh, that sucks. Oh, that's awesome. Alright, so I want to make a line that big. I know it looks monstrous, but I got the video camera zoomed in. I'm using 3 30-seconds fuel line. I believe that's the same diameter as this. I'm getting it to feed a little bit. Excuse me, I can't see it yet though. Once I can see it, then I can grab it with the needle nose pliers and aid it the rest of the way in. Nope, not far enough. That is the exact size hose that I needed. Okay, well, since we're here, do we change out? Yes, let's just do it. I'm just going to change the other fuel line. I feel like I should. This is the filter that drops down inside of the fuel tank, takes all the little bits of sediment and whatever what have you that's in there out where it doesn't affect your carburetor. Didn't mean to touch that so much. My hands are all filthy, so I wound up getting it dirty. We're going to clean that with some gum cutter. All clean again. So we need to pull this line off. Oh yeah, this thing was completely pinched off, guys. No wonder why I couldn't get no fuel through it. I'll show you once I get it through. Oh, well, it's not going to go through. the fuel line was completely pinched off. So that's pretty shit-tastic. I cut me another length. I'm going to drop it into the tank. So what I want to do though, I want to try and feed it like I said. I'm going to cut the little triangular notch in the tip of it, try and feed it through. And you can only like get it in there like a millimeter at a time. It's so well, that's what I don't want to happen. I don't want to siphon the fuel out. Well, see, after all that, and I said I didn't think it was a fuel issue. Who's the wiser now? Get this fuel line on there. Pull a little bit of slack back. There we go, we're good there. Put a nice straight cut on there. Get that off, and we will plop the weighted fuel filter back in there. Oh, damn it. Drop it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to clean it again. That's all right. Much cleaner. So that gets dropped right into the bottom. We don't want it all curled up because we want to make sure that we have, there we go. She dropped straight down. Rid of this old derelict fuel line. We'll even put the breather back on there. Breather's on, gas cap on. I'm going to give this a couple of minutes to sit here. We'll try and prime her up, see what happens, and yeah, we'll go from there. Alrighty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Flip. Okay, we know it's a carburetor issue. We definitely know it's a carburetor issue. Alrighty guys, guys, well, I did a little bit of internet investigating, and these things, like I said in the beginning, are notoriously crappy for having bad carburetors. I went online, I ordered a new one. It should be in Monday, and I think that is going to relieve all of our problems. We got new fuel lines on there. We took the debris out of the fuel tank. We cleaned the spark plug. There's not much left to keep this thing, you know, from not running. So we're gonna throw a new carb on there. Once it comes in on Monday, we'll pick this video up then. All right, we'll see you then. Alrighty guys, well, the carburetor came in. This is a Amazon overnight that only took 3.5 days to get here. So I already changed the fuel lines. We don't have to worry about those. But this kit did come with extra fuel line, the replacement carburetor, fuel filter, which we're not going to use because I already cleaned the other one, an extra primer ball, which is actually pretty damn cool, another breather gasket, which we will probably use. That's for the breather. Carburetor gasket, and the little O-ring gasket, which we will definitely use. But what's also cool, this kit came with a new spark plug. So we are definitely going to change out the spark plug too. So might as well, we got it all brand new. That kit wound up coming out to $20, which isn't terrible. I saw other ones that were for like $15, I think it was. But they just didn't look good. It didn't come with all the extra bells and whistles that I got in this one. So I got it. For some reason, I like using these little star ratchets, little palm ratchet. I like using these for doing the spark plugs on weed eaters. I don't really know why, I just always have. Same spark plug. Cool. This is pre-gapped. Don't have to worry about that. Crows are going crazy. We have a crow's nest in our big tree in the backyard, and there's a crow's nest across the street, and they seem to just want to chatter back and forth constantly. Jeez, you hear them? They're going crazy. Crazy, I tell you. Okay, so this one is return. Is return. This one. It's supply. Dogs are going to go barking and get all crazy and stuff right now, guys. I truly do apologize. I hope you're not hearing them like I have to hear them. Get this O-ring out of here. Whatever is in there. Okay, that is out. New one in place. Come on, damn it. Stay in there. Okay. Nice. Alright, so we are going to come over here, grab this old filter out, and they're doing a new one. Just had it. Here it is. Put the new filter in its place. Don't want any dirt getting sucked up into the carb. And I'm going to have to change out batteries real quick, guys. I see it flashing and I don't want it to die midstream here, so let me go and do that. We'll get this breather on real fast. And we'll be right back. First pull. That's awesome. We kicked this thing's butt. Alright guys, well we are all done with this one. I hope you liked it and enjoyed it. We saved another piece of equipment. I'm sure my buddy Brian's going to be tickled pink that I saved him a few bucks by fixing up his weed eater for him. That's it for this one, guys. Like always, stay safe, be safe, and we will see you next week with another. Bye.